there's nothing to be afraid of. If you can believe it, you won't ever let them tell you no. Yeah, this right here is what heroes are made. Picking up the phone, already know who calling. Ain't no testing me, my destiny's to be a baller. I've been going harder, death before dishonor. Ain't no other order. Always knew I'd make it from the trenches up to be a starter. I'm an all-star starer, shot caller. Take a look at the glow, bright glow. You see the aura. Look how far they took it. You should know we going farther. Be a legend today, it's all over. We just started. If you can believe it, yeah, this right here is what heroes are made of.
The Wild, very active around the trade deadline, went and pulled in the Flower from Chicago. The #1 overall pick in 2003, 511 wins and 3 Stanley Cup championships.
Oh, there's definitely a buzz in the air. I mean, it's the Flower. Flower's got that it factor.
This is a first ballot lock Hall of Famer. This is one of the best at his position all time.
I've heard a lot of stories about just the way he treats people on and off the ice and the teammate that he is.
You're a fast, Ricky Bobby, but I'm faster.
Were you ever starstruck by Flower when you first met him?
Yeah, of course. You kind of starstruck against all the stars in the NHL before you play against them at least once, and then kind of realize they're in the same boat as you. They just love hockey. They're still just playing like they were kids.
Billy Guerin made a statement that this was a player that could have an impact not only on the ice but off the ice with this hockey club. So we were really, really pumped when we got the news.
He's just a hockey player, and he's just a little kid that's loved the game since ever. But then when you kind of step out of it, then you realize, like, yeah, this guy is like, he's a legend.
The Pittsburgh Penguins have won this hockey game, and Lord Stanley scratched their names on your fabled cup.
He just loves the game. That's allowed him to play as long as he has, his passion and love for the game.
Every building he's going into, it's kind of his last chance playing in front of those fans, whether it be a team like Pittsburgh where he played for a long part of his career.
You don't forget where you began your career. The team that drafted him, the team where he won the lion's share of his games, where he won his Stanley Cups, like those are moments that a player will never forget. I think all those things really jump out when you talk about Fleury and the Penguins.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Ready to rock? I gotta be careful now, my car and everything. Like, I'm gonna have a target on my back for the rest of my life.
I don't think he'll ever lose in the prank game, it seems like, and he's only got a few months left. So there might be one more big one, and who knows, maybe he's pranking everybody and he's got one more season of him.
You guys didn't see anything?
You guys didn't see anything that they're gonna see.
Just put my glasses on.
We're gonna have a
You
talk.
guys are the biggest frauds. I think I know who it is.
Yeah,
You got an idea?
When you put your guard down, that's when he'll get you. He's a pro. Nobody better at pranking than Marc-Andre.
If you had to pick one guy on the team to kind of be Flower's prank successor, who would you pick?
Wow, those are big shoes to fill.
It's got to be a player with a really good poker face And when I think about that, I think about Jared Spurgeon.
I don't know, maybe Marco, because he's just a silent killer as well. You don't really notice him if he's going to be doing something. He keeps a pretty stern face, so maybe take him.
Perhaps it'd be somebody like Jake Middleton, one of the guys that everybody loves. He's endeared everywhere. He's got a great smile, great personality.
I'd probably pick Foligno.
I'll go with Gus. Sneaky enough, he's quiet enough. He'll make the time to break some guys.
Howdy, boys.
Yeah, he's proven himself to be a little bit of a prankster, and you know, maybe I think he does a good job at kind of doing it undercover, but I'd say, yeah, Gus.
Hopefully he keeps doing it for many years.
All good, dude? Yeah. What's that? Feels tall, but it'll be hard to get back, though. He doesn't play anymore. I know where he lives, though. I'll find him. Hello? Turn the camera to your right there. The guy in the middle. This guy's very suspicious. That's the guy I gotta get. Yeah, and we'll pay back.
When you really get down to it, the core of who he is, it's the competitiveness. He's all those things, the prankster, the great guy, but he is one hell of a focused hockey player.
He competes every single day, but he does it with such joy, and he hasn't missed a day, you know, and so that's why he's a legend to me.
SP Johnny! SP Johnny!
Just having a smile, joking around, and jammer before the game, so he's definitely a guy that brings the energy and people follow.
Shoot it, Marco! There we go. Thank you.
This is his way of leading, and he's a great guy, fun to be around, and his leadership, mentorship, he doesn't have to force it. It's just the way he is.
Yep.
You read stuff about different people that they're so great and so funny and all that stuff, and you meet them and they're not. Then you come and you meet Flower, you read about him. If you read anything good about him, all of it is true. It's nothing fake about him.
Crack it, have fun. Yeah. Let's make it hard on those guys. On to work them. Yeah, go. Here you go, bud.
You know, definitely have some great memories, and you know, I think anytime you get a chance to play against him and see him, it's great. So I'm sure I'll get a great reception.
You know, I've left Pittsburgh 2017, so a little while ago, and going back there again and I knew I was going back for one last time, and it always brings back a lot of good memories when I go back to Pittsburgh, you know, thinking about, you know, my first few years and the winnings and the championships and stuff.
Marc-Andre Fleury, drafted #1 overall in 2003 by the Penguins, helped guide them to 3 Stanley Cup titles over the course of 13 seasons in Pittsburgh.
I've met a lot of great people, teammates, and staff also throughout the year, so yeah, good times over there.
Houston looks, waits, fires, scores!
Goal line left side. He scores! Jakub Lauko from an impossible angle. Banked it off Blomqvist and into the Wild late in the first with some life. Chance here for the Wild, and they score! Freddie Gaudreau, the former Penguin, has tied this game at 2 off a broken play. A right circle wrister, and it's 2-2.
This period, second period, okay? Got to have great line changes. We have to have great puck decisions. We got to double them up in the O-zone. Let's have a great second. Okay, let's keep building on what you finished. Okay?
Jailbreak. Freddie Gaudreau's in alone. Gaudreau scores! Freddie Gaudreau's got a 2-goal game.
And now Faber has dropped the gloves behind the play with Jack St. Ivany. Kaprizov to Zuccarello, and he scores!
I know, it makes it a little bit of a more stressful day, you know, that's for sure. Because, you know, it's the last time playing there. I want to do well, right? I want to give one last good show, right? And to have one good last one there.
Left circle, backdoor pass. Shooting was Eller. Robbed by Fleury. Sprawling save down to his left. There goes the goaltender, Blomqvist. Center. Faber eats it along his end wall, send it to the right side, and that's it. The Minnesota Wild, Marc-Andre Fleury, who made a huge stop on Lars Eller late, and the Minnesota Wild beat the Penguins here tonight in Pittsburgh, 5-3 the final.
He was a huge part of the Penguins, the city of Pittsburgh, the community there, and he gave a lot. And, you know, that was him getting back what he had put into it.
Dad can deal with that.
You know, I'll be done soon, and I don't want them remembering me just as the dad on the couch, you know, looking at TV. So they actually remember what I did.
We had the parent-teacher conference this week, but you know what he said? Because I came home, and I'm like, you want to be a goalie? You have to score, because he scores and he screams. And he's like, yeah, but it's easy to be a goalie. Dad just stands there.
It's still surreal, but I'm glad that they were there to live it, and hopefully they can remember it, you know, when I'm older and lazier.
Do I do the bottom? Dad, this might take a while.
Yeah. Putting you guys to work. Thanks.
This is the first time I cut something on an adult supervision.
There is so much history, and you can feel it, especially for being from there.
If it's the Bell Center or the Forum before that, it's just a lot of history. You know, they won 24 cups, and they have had a lot of great players.
My dad's a big Montreal Canadiens fan, so I became one, and I started loving goalies when I was pretty young, so I think Patrick was a guy that I really love watching. I don't know, his determination to win, his work ethic is, and then at that time too, I was starting to learn the butterfly, and he was one of the first guys that was using it, so it was good to watch him and see what he would do and try to learn from him.
And Doug Wilson rifles it, rebound! Oh, what a save by Patrick Roy! And here is the main bout. The boys go to town.
Fleury looks at Binnington. You gotta let him go. Holy fight.
The tie that binds those two guys together is when you watch them play a game, how much they want to be in the spotlight. And Patrick Roy had it. One of the first goalies he wanted to be like when he was a kid. That was the peak that you set for yourself. You looked up to one of the all-time great goalies, and you're right there with him now. I can't imagine how good that's got to feel.
possible une photo avec mon gars, Marc-André? C'est-tu des photos tout le tour de toi? Puis il demande si c'est fini. Le cache juste pour toi. Ouais, je suis prêt. Vas-y, une photo avec. Merci, c'était le meilleur. Bonne game.
We all were maybe a little bit more nervous before the game. We wanted it so bad for him.
When we do that, unstoppable, unstoppable. And let's get off to a great start. Kid. We got Lucky. Let's go, kid. Go.
We got Suk, hey, me, hey, Bolt, hey, Merci, hey, and Fleury.
Every game are important and we all want to win those games, every single one, but this one was extra special.
Holdover is out front, couldn't pull the trigger. Got it back, and he scores!
Foligno jammed on the brakes, open in front, Rossi took a shot, he scores! Marco Rossi, short side, uncontested in front.
It's always special to play in Montreal, but I'm sure for him it is twice that.
Anderson racing in, drives to the net, Fleury poke checks away.
The bigger the moment, the better he tends to play, and that's a credit to that passion he has for the game and the credibility he brings to the crease.
Canadians would like to recognize Quebec native Marc-Andre Fleury on the legendary career. 5 All-Star appearances, 1 Vezina Trophy, 3 Stanley Cups, and a second place all-time for victories by an NHL goaltender. Félicitations, Marc-Andre.
This one in Montreal was extra special, I think. It was emotional the whole night, to be honest. Every ovation, every time people would chant his name.
I think the crowd in Montreal wanted to make him feel how much they love him. Well, I try not to watch too much at the end because I was getting emotional too, so I'd rather not watch and just go see him and congratulate him after the game.
The fact that the referees didn't drop the puck after a TV timeout because of the ovations, they waited another 30 seconds or whatever it was. I mean, it was just a magical night.
Montreal is a special place to play for sure. And the way it all unfolded ended up being an amazing night.
Sends chills down your spine. How touching is that? Amazing. Shore with a poke check, fires, scores!
As soon as you get halfway through the third period and that zero's up on the scoreboard and you know what it would mean to Marc-Andre, you do not use the S word.
Caulfield to the trailing Jack-Eye fires, blocked by Chisholm. Chisholm trying to shake it off.
I think the guys understood how much it meant to Marc-Andre. When players are out there in a regular season game, literally putting their faces in front of pucks, it speaks to how much love they have for their teammate.
Now Gaudreau fires and scores! By Spurgeon, it goes to the corner. Gallagher centers. Anderson alone, and what a save by Fleury!
It just speaks again to Marc-Andre Fleury rising up in those big spots. He's done it for 21 years. We should not have been surprised.
The crowd again chanting Fleury. Below the goal line, Gallagher, muscle one in front, pad save Fleury, Rossi to the rebound, cuts to his left, scoops out to center ice. And that's going to do it. Unbelievable here tonight in Montreal. The Wild celebrate with Marc-Andre Fleury, who pitches his 76th regular season NHL shutout, his third all-time against the Canadiens, a team he grew up idolizing, as the Wild win here at Bell Center 4-0. And look at that celebration, Tom Reed.
told him how proud I was and how happy I was for him, and he deserves it all. He deserves even more, so I was just happy and proud of him.
Being able to bring it to him there at the end and hand it over, especially with the game that he had, so with some big saves late to keep that shutout was pretty cool.
Listen to the fans here. Unbelievable. What a great night.
And Tom, the Canadiens players stayed out at center ice. They're on the Canadiens bench. Listen to this, please. 7 seconds to go. Lacombe to Gudas, hacked it out the center. 3 seconds left, and that is going to do it. The Minnesota Wild are headed to the Stanley Cup playoffs for the 14th time in team history. As they tie it in the final moments, they eliminate the Calgary Flames in the process.
We've got a new netminder, Marc-Andre Fleury. They're putting him in.
So cool.
He's warming up. Yeah, what a nice move this is.
We just got one last question for you, kind of a big one, but what do you want to be remembered for?
Ooh. I don't know. I feel hockey players, I think we live a lot in the moment, you know, one day at a time. You don't think too far ahead.
Pass Gauthier. Johansson left it back. Boldy faked the shot. Wristed one. He scores! The Wild pour off the bench to Marc-Andre Fleury, and they're headed to the playoffs in style.
Try to do my best, try to bring a good work ethic, and hopefully remember as somebody who can win too, right? Because that's what I love the most about playing, is winning those games, and so hopefully that's something they remember about me too.